Hi, it's Angela. Thank you so much for joining me today for your weekly guidance. This weekly guidance is a general forecast for March 24th through to the 30th. Last full week of March that is coming in hot with full moon, full first eclipse of the season. And so it is definitely a time where energy is heightened. It's definitely a time where irritability, insomnia, anxiety may be very heightened for you. It's also a really great time because the full moon and the eclipse support releasing and letting go. Right. So you may have already naturally started purging people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And you're really going to see that intensify over the next coming weeks. Okay. We do have the love card coming in first. Okay. The love card is falling back in love with your life. That just sent chills up and down. And they showed me that it is the opportunity for you to fall back in love with your life pre 2020. There's almost this completion that is coming in. And this is wild for me. It's almost this completion that's coming in that is allowing us to kind of get back to the norm or get back to how things felt then. That if you look at it, it is very much similar lessons that keep replaying each other, right? And the details may change, but the lesson resurfaces and recycles. And there does show that there is a completion coming in with that right now as we go through the next 2 weeks. Okay. So this may not all be executed within the next 7 days, but at the start of this purging and this releasing and getting back to falling in love with yourself, like with yourself. Of course, relationships are really highlighted through this eclipse season, but it's really the relationship with yourself that they're coming in with. They're really wanting this kind of getting back on track, getting back to a familiar version of yourself. And because you have been doing the deep healing and you have been doing the purging of belief systems and mindsets and people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and even behaviors and choices. Maybe we're quitting smoking. Maybe we recently gave up alcohol. However, you connect to that, this is all leading you to this next season that we're about to walk into. And I can just feel like that collective relief of like a relief sigh because we all kind of been hanging on by the skin of our teeth type of thing. Don't worry, the seeds are already planted. Okay. And so you may be looking at your goals and feeling more discouraged than you have ever had because it seems so far out of reach. And I get that because it does seem like it's been one thing after another. And every time we kind of get ahead, we're going into this type of struggle season or obstacle season. But they're saying that the seeds are already planted. Okay. And that you need to have patience. It is happening. It is happening in a timeline where it's going to have longevity. Okay. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. And so keeping this in mind as you're moving forward, because this is going to be worthwhile for you. This feels physical in these ways: physical body. If you have been working on your health or you're trying to lose a few pounds, you may see it very slowly trickling in, and do not get discouraged. This is showing up in two, wanting to increase your physical abundance. That can be money, that could be home buying, that can be renovating, however that comes in. It is slower than you would want. And I get that. And I get the frustration that comes in with that. Okay. But they are validating that it is on time and that it is coming in the ways that you intended to. And where we do want it to be long term, right? Then it is going to be worth the wait, is what they say. Okay. It says planning for the long term, abundance from past choices. Okay. Abundance from past choices, which is again reiterating that you have planted the seeds. The things are already into motion of what they need to be. Okay. Pride in the success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what is next. Right. So, pretty much the same card message coming in two ways. Okay. And so really wanting to drill that in, because the first time I know you brushed me off and I get it, right? The second time they have to repeat it so we hear it again. Okay. And so be patient The seeds are planted. You're doing what it takes. And there is going to be abundance from past choices. Okay. And that's really important. Do not underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. Do not underestimate your ability to welcome in answered prayers, because they just said you have this belief that everything is hard for you. You have this belief that it's not working for you. They're like, prove it. Prove it. Because if you even look back within the last 12 months, there's blessings there. There's answered prayers there. Okay. So it's coming in either in a timeline that you don't want, or your expectations are freaking unrealistic. Because it says a time of great joy and success, financial security and prosperity, everything turning out beautifully, right? Everything turning out beautifully, and wanting you to focus on that. Okay. Don't let unrealistic expectations override what you know to be true, is that there's blessings showing up for you. Right. And having an unrealistic timeline is going to keep you in scarcity. Having unrealistic expectations is going to keep you in scarcity. You're never going to see your blessings. You're never going to feel grateful and be in that state of gratitude if you're always feeling and always having the mindset saying, good things don't happen to me. It must be nice. They have it so easy. And not be able to see the blessings that are right in front of you. You will miss it. You will miss it. You know how much I love Dr. Wayne Dyer, and he says, whatever you look for, you will find. Whatever you look for, you will find. If you're going to look for life being hard and people being crappy and how everything is against you and inflation is to steal your buck, that is what you're going to find. If you look for love and support and good people and kindness and blessings, that is what you're going to find. And so it really is up to you on the dialogue. Remember, our dialogue and our belief systems is what creates our reality. And whatever you are looking for, you will find. And so it is up to you. It is your responsibility to heal that mindset, to get that dialogue straight, and to manifest and create the life that you desire. Because that is when you hear myself or anybody else in this field talk about manifestation, talk about being the creator of your life, talking about how you create your reality, it all happens in here. All happens in here. You get this straight, then all of a sudden your life turns technicolor and blessings are around every corner. And you start by healing past belief systems that no longer serve you. You start by bringing your mere awareness to the dialogue that's up here, because the majority of us are walking around thinking awful things about ourselves 24/7 without even realizing it is so normal to speak so despicably to yourself and about yourself that it doesn't even register anymore. So bringing your awareness to your mindset is the best thing that you could ever do. Shining a light on it is 90% of the work. You can't change what you don't see, right? Bringing your awareness to them, being like, oh, geez. So what do? We get some little one-liner affirmations that we can have in our back pocket that we can pull out and rewrite. I am loved. Everything is happening. Everything in life is happening for me. I am perfectly, divinely guided in this life. I welcome in all blessings. I am a blessing magnet. My prayers are always answered. Little statements that you can say that aren't super professional or disconnected feeling from yourself. Have it in your words. It has to reflect your energy. And when you think that awful thought, you replace it with a new thought. Okay. And all of a sudden, that will start going, oh, that's my go-to. Oh, I just expect things to work out for me. I just expect good things to happen to me. Right. And then all of a sudden, that dialogue that is dictating your reality is absolutely in alignment with the life that you want. Okay. We do have news of exciting opportunities coming your way. I love this card. This just gave me like electricity going up my back. Not even a goosebump. Like this is double charged. It says news of exciting opportunities. Allow your creativity to soar. Do things that fuel your passion. Finish what you start. This does feel like, oh, let's do something a little bit outside of the box. Let's take that little bit of that risk. It's not a risk where I'm squandering thousands of dollars, or I'm putting it all on black or all on red at the casino. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is usually you may play it safe. There may be this feeling of playing it safe. And maybe going outside of your box is wearing something different, is cutting your hair short, is coloring your hair pink, is going out for dinner in a movie by yourself. Whatever it is, there is this feeling of creating an experience, walking through this door of opportunity that maybe you wouldn't normally walk through. And it's showing that it's going to be very positive for you in ways that maybe you do not anticipate. Okay. And so that's really important. There's also answers coming in. And I love the justice card because it's showing that it's coming in the ways that you want. And there is this feeling of something is being done. Okay. So, however you interpret that to your life, whether this is legal matters, whether this is custody stuff, whether this is your credit card that was fraudulent and getting straightened out and you're getting, everything back that you need to get back. However you interpret that, maybe it's getting your vacation time approved. Maybe it is, whatever needs to work out, whatever needs to be right, the answers coming in that positive way for you. That does bring relief. It also, not only does it bring the feeling of relief, it also brings in the feeling of, okay, now I can move forward. Okay, now I can move forward. Right? And so not only does it bring in relief, but it brings in completion, right? Bringing in this feeling of completion. Therefore, you feel welcome to start this new beginning and to move forward. Okay. We also have guidance coming in. Okay. And it says that not only, guidance coming in, trusting your intuition, trusting your divine, questioning the intention of those around you who are very pushy with their guidance. Okay. That's the feeling that's coming in. And so someone may go, hey, if someone who loves you is like, oh, here's my thoughts and feelings. Here, I'm going to do what you will with it. Right? Do what you will with it. But if somebody is really kind of being that dog with a bone and trying to convince you to do something that you're not quite sure about and that doesn't feel like quite in alignment with you, right? There, you really need to kind of take that step back. Always trust your own instinct. You are the only one that has spent this entire life with yourself. Every second of every day you have spent with yourself. You're the only one. You are an expert on yourself. Okay? You're an expert on yourself. You know what is best for you. So many of us are walking around and feeling like everyone outside of me knows what's best for me, right? No. You know what's best for you. You need to trust what you're seeing, sensing, and feeling. You need to trust what your body is telling you, what your intuition is telling you. And that's exactly what this is coming in, because there does have this feeling of persuasion and something doesn't feel right. And I think in the past, you may have just let it slide because maybe that was what the polite thing was, or we just automatically believed that they know what was better for us. But there's almost this feeling of now that you see it, you cannot unsee it. And you do need to stand with it, and you do need to articulate it. And it may even be coming in a way where maybe there's a negotiation, right? And there needs to be a conversation. That may be uncomfortable for you, but it is definitely what is right for you. So trust in that intuition. Okay. There's the positive outcome card. Okay. And so it's showing that you are reaping the benefits of your efforts internally, externally. Not only does there feel like something that you kind of advocated for yourself or stood up for yourself, there does feel like achievement and satisfaction, feeling satisfied with that is one thing. But there's also this feeling of increase in abundance, including financial abundance. I do hear money coming in as well. So we're really happy to see that. And it's just saying like you're enjoying the life that you created. And it does feel like it's coming out of nowhere because it really has been very hard for very long, right? And it does feel like with this full moon that's coming in on the 25th, the eclipse, starting off the eclipse season of 2024, that there is definitely this purge and this walking into this new chapter, walking into this new life experience. that everybody has been waiting for. I mean, we're wrapping up March. We all have been pretty much waiting, right? We're doing the best that we can with where we're at coming in into this new year, but I think as a whole, the takeaway is we're all just kind of waiting for it to get going or waiting for the things to shift and change that need to shift and change. And that's definitely starting as we move through this week over the next 2 weeks, maybe for some even into 3 weeks. But you're really going to be happy that the old is moving out, making room for the new that is coming in. So overall, it looks like a really great week. We are moving in, like you said, the last week of March into the Easter weekend, which is wild, is blowing my mind how fast March went. But it does look like a really great week for everyone. If I just say one thing, make sure you're drinking your water because everything that's happening on a cosmic level, our irritability, it's like we're parched, but like the last thing we want is to drink the water right now. And I get that, but they just said if you drink the water, it helps as we navigate this energy, and it's going to help with the sleeping and the irritability. So I think we all will welcome that. All right. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily deep dive.